Like many of you, I started out with digitizing embroidery, and I didn't have the money to purchase one of the top of the line programs. So I bought Embird, and I was pleasantly surprised with what Embird could do. Um, After 4 or 5 years, I decided I wanted to make the move, so then I bought Wilcom Hatch, which is basically Wilcom Studio Lite. Great features, great product. So my dilemma was I had all these files I digitized in Embird that I couldn't manipulate or work on and customize in Wilcom Hatch or Wilcom Studio. And I do a lot of motorcycle embroidery. That's where I get most of my business from. So I'm constantly having to modify them to add on the accessories for them. So I figured there's got to be an easy way to do this. There has to be some way to convert embroidery from one format to another. And I searched and searched and searched, and there isn't. But what I did come across is a process where I go into Embird, and this will probably work with any embroidery program, where you can export the file as an SVG. So let's go over here and let's go to Design. This is in Embird, and let's go to Open. And I wanted to go into my F6B templates, my new outline, and here's the one we're going to use, Red Small New, because it's the newest one, so it's going to have any corrections. So let's go ahead and change the background to make it a little easier to view. And let's go ahead and center this. Now, I've got all these black outlines, and I like to do the outlines because it makes the colors on the bike pop. But like I said, that causes an issue when I bring it in to CorelDRAW to convert it to embroidery. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select it all, and then I'm going to go to select up here, and we're going to go Outlines, All Outlines. And you'll see over here, all my outlines are selected now. Then I'm just going to delete. So it looks like I've lost all of my detail from my black outlines. So now I select all. I go up on Design and go to Export. And then I'm going to export this. As an SVG file. So I'm done here in Embird. I can go ahead and close Embird out. Okay, so I've got Hatch version 2 open, and I've added, when I first fired it up, it asked me if I wanted to go ahead and connect my CorelDRAW 2017 32-bit. It will not recognize a 64-bit. If you've got it installed, if it connected, you'll see in the top right corner up here, there's a little button that says Graphics. That will open up your CorelDRAW. If you don't see that, go up to the menu, go to Window, and go to Toolbars, and you'll see Switch and Convert. If I uncheck that, you'll see Graphics disappears. Okay, so Switch and Convert. So we've got a new document open here. We're going to go ahead and click on Graphics. It's going to take us over to our CorelDRAW 2017. Now, what we want to do here is we want to go ahead and we want to import. We want to import that SVG file that we created, the one where we had deleted the outlines in Embird and then saved it, exported it as an SVG. So we'll go ahead and import that. And you'll see there we are. Notice that there's no black lines. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to click on Convert. This is going to convert the SVG over to embroidery. And now we're over in Hatch again. And there is our Embird file exported as an SVG and then imported into Hatch. So if you'll notice when I zoom in, it looks like we have outlines going around it. You can see right over here, there's the object. So even though we deleted the outlines when we did the export from Embird, it did put the outlines in here. Okay? If you go to, in your CorelDRAW, if you see a bunch of black areas that are covering it over, you did not delete the outlines before you save the SVG file. So what we want to do is we want to select all of the outline stitches. And it looks like they're all pretty much from here going down. These are all outlines to here. And then we want to change the color to black. So let's go over, and we've got our normal palette here where 8 is black. So now if we go ahead and take a look at our Honda F6B motorcycle, you'll see we've got black stitches. Okay, so from here you can go ahead and you can clean this up. When it auto-created it, it made like the front tire is done as a column. So what's going to happen is the column's going to be too wide for it to actually do a satin stitch. So you want to change that over to a tatami stitch. And if you know how to, you can do a tatami stitch on a curve. Okay? But basically there's a little bit of cleanup to do, but this is a whole lot faster than trying to recreate the embroidery. You can see on the right hand side here, when I click on one of these objects, it selects them. They are fully editable. Okay? Makes life a lot easier. So now you know how, using CorelDRAW and Hatch. Here's the process again. Go into your old software program, and I did it with Embird. Import the .eof file, the vector-based file. And then what you want to do is you want to select all. And then you want to select all the stitches, all of the running stitches in Embird, if you're doing something that has outlines. And then go ahead and delete those, and then export the file that's left as an SVG file. Then you go into Hatch, you open up a new document, you go up to the top, you click on Graphics, you go into your CorelDRAW when it loads, you import the SVG file, and then you go ahead and you save as embroidery. Okay? If we go back over to here, okay, you would click on the Convert Artwork to Embroidery, and then that will make it happen. All right. Right now I've got Show Embroidery. If I click on that, it's going to hide it. Show Embroidery. There's the embroidery file. This is in CorelDRAW. If I click on the little H embroidery thing over here, it's going to take me back to my embroidery file in Hatch. So I hope you found this informative. And if you have any questions, by all means, go ahead and post on here and we'll see what we can do. Thank you very much. Bye.